We've all felt it. That moment of anxiety when you check your bag in at the airport. You watch your suitcase disappear on the conveyor belt and just hope for the best. But what if I told you hope isn't a strategy? And what if the very suitcase you chose, the lock you're using, and the way you packed are sending a secret invitation to thieves? Every year, millions of bags are mishandled, and thousands are targeted by professionals who can spot a vulnerable suitcase in seconds. They aren't just looking for random bags, they're looking for easy targets. And a few simple mistakes that passengers make every single day are like an open invitation to them. In this video, we're doing a deep dive into the 7 critical luggage mistakes that make you a target. We'll show you exactly how thieves break into bags, and more importantly, the powerful, expert-level steps you can take to make your luggage a fortress. This is your ultimate guide to protecting your belongings. Let's begin. Choosing a soft shell suitcase. Most travelers think the choice between a hard shell and a soft shell suitcase is just about style or maybe a little extra flexibility for overpacking. They often choose soft fabric bags because they seem lighter and more traditional. But here's the hard truth. A soft shell suitcase is a thief's best friend. The fabric, no matter how tough it seems, can be easily and silently sliced open with a simple box cutter, a razor blade, or even a reinforced ballpoint pen. Imagine this. In a busy baggage handling area, a thief can walk by your bag, create a 12-inch slit in the fabric, reach inside, and pull out your electronics or jewelry pouch in under 10 seconds. The lock remains untouched, so you won't even suspect a thing until you get to your hotel. Here's what you do, and this is non-negotiable for smart travelers. Always choose a hard shell suitcase, but not just any hard shell. Look for ones made from 100% polycarbonate or aluminum. Polycarbonate is incredible because it's both durable and flexible, meaning it can absorb impacts without cracking. Aluminum is the ultimate in security, though it's heavier. The benefit? You are creating a physical barrier that simply cannot be cut. It also protects your fragile items from being crushed when other 50-pound bags are thrown on top of yours. Don't make it easy for them. Your first and most important line of defense is a strong, impenetrable outer shell. Trusting regular zippers, the pen trick? Okay, so you bought a hard shell suitcase. It's locked. You think it's secure. Most travelers believe that if the lock is on, the zipper is sealed. But here's a terrifying secret that will change how you look at luggage forever. Most standard zippers have a hidden, fatal flaw. They can be forced open with a simple ballpoint pen. It's a well-known technique called the pen trick. A thief takes a pen, pushes the sharp tip between the 2 sides of the zipper teeth, and with a little pressure, the zipper splits right open. They don't need to break the lock. They just bypass it completely. They can take what they want, and here's the scariest part. They can simply run the locked zipper, pulls back over the opening, and it zips itself back up. To you, it looks like nothing ever happened. Here's the expert-level solution. When buying new luggage, you must look for bags that explicitly advertise anti-puncture or double-coil zippers. These are specially designed with 2 interlocking sets of teeth that make it impossible to split them open with a sharp object. For ultimate security, consider zipperless suitcases that use strong latches and clamps, like those made by brands like Rimowa or Monos. The benefit? You completely eliminate the most common and stealthy method thieves use to break into locked luggage. Your bag goes from being a lockbox with a weak point to a truly sealed container. Thinking a TSA-approved lock is secure. You see TSA approved on a lock, and you think it means secure. Most people believe this is a mark of quality and safety, but here's what the crew and security experts know. The term TSA approved doesn't mean the lock is strong. It only means that TSA agents have a universal master key that can open it for inspections without having to cut it off. The problem? These master keys have been leaked, copied, and 3D printed by people all over the world. A thief with a set of these keys can open your TSA lock as easily as you can with your own key. Furthermore, most of these locks are made from cheap zinc alloy that can be broken open with a simple pair of pliers in seconds. Here's the smarter strategy. A TSA lock is fine for preventing your zippers from accidentally opening, but for actual security, you need a real lock. Look for a small padlock made with a hardened steel shackle. This makes it much more resistant to bolt cutters. If you're using a bag with zippers, use a cable lock that can go through both zipper pulls and then loop around the handle. The benefit? You create a much tougher physical challenge. Most thieves are opportunists looking for a quick and easy score. A tough-looking, non-standard lock is often enough to make them say, "Never mind," and move on to an easier target. Packing any valuables in your check bag. This seems obvious, but it is the single most costly mistake travelers make. You think, it's just a short flight? I'll put my laptop, camera, jewelry in my main suitcase to save space in my carry-on. But here is the absolute, unbreakable rule of smart travel. If you can't afford to lose it, you can't afford to check it. Your check bag will be out of your sight for hours, handled by dozens of people, and pass through complex automated systems. It can be lost, delayed, damaged, or targeted for theft. Airlines have very limited liability for lost valuables, often capping their payout at an amount far less than the value of your items. Here's what you must do. All of the following items must always be in the bag that stays with you in the cabin. Your passport and all travel documents, all cash and credit cards, your laptop, tablet, and phone, your camera, all expensive jewelry or watches, and critically, any prescription medications you need. The benefit? Even if your main suitcase ends up on a different continent, you have everything you need to survive, function, and enjoy your trip. Your checked bag should only contain clothes and toiletries, things that are replaceable. Using flashy, expensive luggage. You've saved up and bought that beautiful high-end suitcase from a luxury brand. It looks incredible. Most travelers think that a designer bag shows off their style and sophistication. But here's what you're really doing. You are turning your suitcase into a giant rolling advertisement that screams, "I am full of valuable items." To an opportunistic thief, a flashy, expensive-looking bag is not just luggage, it's a treasure chest. They assume that if you can afford a $1,000 suitcase, you can certainly afford the expensive electronics, designer clothes, and jewelry that must be inside. You are voluntarily putting yourself at the top of their target list before they have even seen what's in your bag. Here's the pro-level strategy. Travel with understated, high-quality but boring-looking luggage. Brands like Samsonite, Travel Pro, or Monos make incredibly durable bags in simple, dark colors like black, navy, or charcoal gray that don't attract unwanted attention. If you already own an expensive suitcase, make it look less appealing. Put a few strips of brightly colored duct tape on it or cover it with stickers from your travels. This not only makes it look less pristine, but also makes it instantly recognizable on the baggage carousel. The benefit? You blend in. Your bag becomes one of the hundreds of anonymous cases on the belt, not the one shining beacon that says, "Rob me first." In the world of luggage security, being forgettable is a superpower, not using a GPS tracker. Your airline has an app that tracks your bag status. Checked in, loaded on plane, arrived. Most passengers think this is enough. They trust that the airline knows where their bag is at all times. But here's a secret the airlines won't tell you. Their tracking is based on barcode scans at specific points. If your bag falls off a cart between scans, gets put on the wrong plane, or is taken from the carousel, the airline system can be slow to update, or just plain wrong. It can take them days to locate your bag, if they ever do. This is where you take control with a game-changing piece of tech, a GPS luggage tracker. Small devices like an Apple AirTag or a tile tracker are cheap, tiny, and you just toss one inside your suitcase. Here's how it works. These trackers use the network of millions of other phones around them to anonymously report their location back to you in real time. You can literally open your phone and see your bag sitting on the tarmac in another city. There are countless stories of travelers who have walked up to airline staff and said, "Your system says my bag is lost, but my phone says it's in that storage room right over there." The benefit is absolute power and peace of mind. You are no longer helpless and waiting for the airline to maybe find your bag. You have real, actionable data. You know exactly where your luggage is, which can be the difference between getting it back in an hour versus never seeing it again. It's the single best, low-cost investment you can make for your travel security. So there you have it. 7 critical mistakes that can make your luggage an easy target, and 7 powerful, expert-level solutions to turn it into a fortress. You are now equipped with the knowledge to travel smarter, safer, and with a whole lot more peace of mind. Protecting your belongings isn't about luck, it's about being prepared. What's the best luggage security tip you've ever used? Share it in the comments below, and let's help each other travel safer. And here's a bonus tip. Protecting your luggage on the ground is only half the battle. The secrets don't stop once you board the plane. The cabin crew has a whole world of secrets and unwritten rules that passengers are never supposed to know. That's why we made a whole video called 15 Flight Secrets the Crew Will Never Tell You, that reveals everything that happens at 35,000 feet, from the safest place to sit to the one drink you should never order. If you want to master the entire journey, click the video on your screen right now. Make sure you're subscribed, and until next time, travel smart.